to my channel. For today's video, I'm just going to go over really quickly some of the things that I bought to use at work as an RT that I don't ever use, and then things that I bought that I cannot live without and that I use every single day. This is not a video talking about like the item's quality or talking about, you know, anything bad about them. The things that I mention are very well made. They're very good. They're useful for, I'm sure, a lot of people. A lot of the reviews on them are really good and the quality is really good and they're just really well made. They're just not something that I have found a use for, and it's not something that I have found easy to implement in my routine every time I work. So it's not a video about quality. It's not talking about how bad they are. This is just my opinion on things that I just don't have a use for. So let's go ahead and get started with the things that I do not use. I have the list, the pile over here, and then the pile over here of things that I absolutely just love. So first, lanyards. Now, a lot of RTs or nurses or doctors use lanyards for their badges. I personally do not like lanyards. I use this for like a month or so. If y'all's hospital is anything like mine, you use your badge to scan into the computer, scan into doors, and it's just, I really like, and I'm gonna go ahead and implement this here because it's relevant, the badge reels that swivel or that, you know, extend like this, because instead of, you know, signing in the computer or reaching in the door and having to like put your neck real close, all you have to do is just with it right here, just, you know, ding, and it works. So that is the reason I do not like lanyards. Now this next item, I have mentioned it before. I don't remember the video that it was in, but I have never really been able to use it, and it's this little doodad right here. It's actually to, what you do is you use this bit to hook on your pants, if it'll focus. There we go. You use this little silver bit to hook on your pants, and then this black bit right here holds your stethoscope. So how does it go? I don't even remember how it goes on there. And see, this is one of the reasons why I never really used it, because it's just hard to do one-handed, like that. And it just hooks on the side of your pants so you don't have to wear it around your neck. So like you just saw, it's hard for me to do one-handed. Like, I don't think if it was hooked onto my pants I could do it with just one hand. It's really good quality. Like, the metal feels really good. This wrapping feels really sturdy, and it's really nice quality. It's nice and heavy, and it wasn't expensive, but I can't use it. For one, I use high-waisted pants, and for two, I'm just not coordinated. The third thing is these giant shears. I use shears. I do. I use shears all the time, especially in the ICU, mainly for like cutting like tape, if I have to tape somebody's ET tube, or if I'm pulling the tube from someone, I'll cut the little holder, and I use it for many other things like cutting tubing or just whatever. These are just giant. They don't fit in pockets easily, and when they do, like this part right here tends to poke either my belly or poke so hard like towards the outside of my scrub shirt, like that. I just feel like it's gonna poke a hole in my shirt. And it also has this, which I've tried putting it on my like badge before, but they're just so big, it just weighs it down. So I don't like these big ones. I would much prefer smaller ones. The next thing is this respiratory booklet here. It came in some handy whenever I was in school. I think I looked at it like 2 or 3 times, but as a RT at work, this has been in my office. It hasn't even made it into my backpack. I haven't opened it since I graduated school, except for right now. I just don't have a use for this. I either have, you know, a lot of stuff memorized, or I can just ask a coworker. I feel like this is mainly just a study tool and not to be used as a day-to-day RT like in the hospital. I could be wrong. There could be RTs that use this all the time, but for me, I do not. The very last things that I bought that I do not ever use. It kind of goes along with that little booklet that I just showed you, but it's these Oaks books. These are really good reference books. Like if you're a student, I use these a lot as a student, especially this one and this one. I use them a lot. But as an RT at work, these two specifically, they have stayed in my backpack, and there's my backpack right there. I just dug them out. They were in the bottom of my backpack. I have never opened these like since I started working. I don't have a use for them anymore. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's just kind of shifting. Like my window is over here, so if the lighting looks really funky, I apologize. So there's one other little notebook that I bought that I've used probably one time as an orientee, and I just couldn't make it work. I couldn't do it, and I can't find it. I don't know, like I looked in my backpack, I looked in my office, I've looked everywhere and I cannot find it. I don't know if I threw it away already, but I'll put a picture right here so you can see. It's a little book I bought on Etsy. It's for writing down, I think mainly ventilator settings for when you work in the ICU. It's reusable, it comes with a little dry erase marker, and it's really good quality. It's so cute, but I can't use it. It was just never one that was just easy for me to use. The things that we have to write down that we chart are not what's pre-listed in her like layout, like how she made it. There's a couple of things that I kept having to like write down in its place, and I can't exactly remember what those are right now, but the book is very well made. It's cute. I could not ever use it. Like it was impractical for me and what I needed it for. Okay, so now it is time for the things that I bought that I absolutely love. And we will start out with this. This is a clipboard, and I probably look like the biggest loser and the biggest nerd for carrying around a little clipboard, but I just love it. This was so cheap. I got it off of Amazon. I haven't been able to find this exact one, but if I find one similar, I'll link it down below. It's so nice. It's so just easy to use. It's big enough to where it doesn't fit in my pocket. It's too big to fit in my pocket, but I love it. Like I love being able to have my papers here and fold it up, walk with it. I can have it in a patient's room and write things down and not have to struggle to find like a surface to write things on, because I suck at just having the paper in my hand and writing on it. Like I'm not good at that. I always poke the pen through the paper. Don't ask me how. I didn't think I wrote that hard, but I guess I do. I love this. I didn't spend the $30 or $40 on the one that had like all the pictures and RT information stuff on it, because I knew I wouldn't ever look at it. But this clipboard, I use it every single day that I work, and I absolutely love it. The next thing that I want to show you are these. I just talked about these and why I love them, so this will just be very brief. This one I got off Etsy, and I'll link this shop down below. This one's says Hot Cocoa Weather. I love skeletons, and this Etsy shop just makes such high quality badge reels, and these types of badge reels are just amazing, and they're such good quality. They were tracked really well, and they're just very well made. So this is what's next. So unlike these gigantic scissors, these are so much smaller. They're so much easier to use. They also have this little hook right there, so if you wanted to wear it on your badge, you could. I don't. These are small enough to where they don't poke the crap out of me when they're in my pocket, and they don't feel like they're gonna poke a hole through my scrub top or my scrub pants. And they are big enough to cut corrugated tubing, but small enough to just not be so bulky. And I love these scissors. I use these all the time. The next item I have is this. Not the stethoscope. You need a stethoscope. I love this stethoscope. It is the Littman Cardiology 4. I love this stethoscope, but I'm talking about this scrunchy deal right here. I love it. Not only is it super cute, mine has like little roses on it. It's so well made. It's soft, so it's not uncomfortable around your neck. And the biggest reason I got it is because sometimes at work I get sweaty, And I don't want the sweat or oil on my neck to crack the tubing on this stethoscope because they're expensive. So I definitely recommend getting some kind of like cover for your stethoscope like this, just to protect it and make sure it lasts a long time, because like I said, these are just, they cost a lot. Next are these. These are hemostats. So I made the mistake and got the ones with the teeth. I don't know if you can see, there you go. So the biggest reason that I use these are for if someone has like a high PEEP on a ventilator, if you have to disconnect them for whatever reason, and you disconnect them without clamping the tube first, you can de-recruit them. So I use these to clamp the tube when I need to like connect them to the bag, or disconnect them to change the ventilator circuit, or if I'm changing any filters or anything. If you have the ones like this with the teeth, and I'll show you again if it'll focus. There we go. If you have the ones with the teeth, you can just use a gauze and put right there and just clamp it that way. That way you're not damaging the tubing in any way. And I also like that these are small, because just like with the scissors, it can poke the crap out of you, and they're less bulky. Now the final thing I have is something that I use all the time, and it is this. It is an oxygen key. Now granted, you do not have to buy an extra one of these. The reason I did is because the hospital provided ones, they're plastic, and I break them all the time, all the time. So this one is metal. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. It's metal, and it is very, very thick. It is very heavy, and it's so much more sturdy than the plastic ones. And I never have to wonder, like, will I have to look for one in a hurry, because I always have this one in my pocket for whenever I need to do a walk test with somebody, or if I need to crack a tank to take somebody to CT or something. I never have to search for an oxygen key because I have one at my disposal in my pocket. So that is it for this quick video. That is everything that I can find, everything that I can think of that I use all the time, and things that I do not use. Like I said, the things that I don't use, it's not because they are bad quality. It is not because they are not well made. It is because I cannot use them. So to the creators of the people who I bought these, you know, items from on Etsy, they're very well made, and I'm sure they make some people very, very happy, and they're very functional for some people, but I could not make them work. So I'm not trying to like say that the quality or the product is bad in any way. It's just my opinion on not being able to use them in my daily routine. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some good information out of this video. I hope you found some things that maybe you want to give a try and see if you can make it work, or see if there was something that you were looking at that you kind of were unsure about, and now you kind of have a better idea that you do or do not want to get it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you stick around, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.